I think we exaggerate the consequences that happen of the things that we do. For example, running, right? You just go for running and nothing happens actually. But before running, you can have those thoughts of like, what happens if I get injured? What happens if dogs chase me? What happens like something happens? But actually nothing happens. Like literally nearly nothing happens. While we exaggerate the life so much that we can't live up to our potentials. And like we're gonna all die someday, and all of those are just gonna end, and we will be buried. Wait, is bury the right word? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. We're all gonna go on underground and just stay there until the world just collapses. And I think this shouldn't scare you. This should make you more courageous, and this should make you actually more focused in your life, to your life's tasks. Like if you've watched previous videos, you will see that there's some pattern, and the more you get into the flow state and like whilst doing your life's task, or at least some task that you enjoy, you will be much happier. And whilst doing the things that you're doing, the time is gonna pass so fast that you won't even notice. And the main idea is you should live that type of life forever, like until your lifespan. But the thing is, we are not doing it. We're not getting into that flow state, into the task that we are doing, because we're just not courageous enough to be like, oh, this task is not actually enjoyable, so I won't do it in the first place. You might be like, oh, this actually is not looking like my life's task, so I will tell my parents that I won't do this job, but they're forcing me, but I don't even care because this is my life. And if this is my life and I am me, and which I am, I have my own decisions that I can have. And so we come to this conclusion. So since life is so short and we are us, and the consequences aren't actually that big because we're not Donald Trump, we should try to live the life more and have much fun whilst pursuing our life's tasks and life's purposes. Because think about this for a second. You have a purpose and you found it. At least, like, let's say you want to help people around you, and the only thing that's stopping you is you. Because even if your parents say to you that, let's like, don't help other people and focus on yourself and stuff, you could actually go and help other people without they're noticing, because they don't have an eye on you. They're not seeing the world with your eyes. They have their own eyes, which means that you're actually not in control of other people. You're not a puppet. But the thing is, society is using us like a puppet. Like at least the most of the people, maybe 99%, and the chances are you're probably one of them. And I think that's one of the hardest things, because when we were hunter gatherers, of course we had to depend on the society, the like other members of our family, or let's say that we have a group of 50 people. They had to accept us, because if they didn't, and if we have left alone, we just couldn't survive. So that's why those instincts are too important. But now they're actually not. In this modern era, you can live alone by yourself. You can build your own business, or at least go some job and don't talk to anyone, and just still earn money. And like, money is literally some food and shelter. So that's why we actually shouldn't trust on our instincts that much, because they're misguiding us to another direction, because they're telling us to use social media because everybody's using it. You can eat just some junk food, and they're not even food, like, I mean, real food, they're plastic, because everybody's eating those things like McDonald's and Burger Kings and stuff, KFCs. They're not real food, and we know it. We know that they're unhealthy for us, but we eat them anyway because everyone is eating those shit. Yes, they're shit because they're not food. What are they? You might call them plastic, but you can call whatever you want, but not food. Basically, yeah, I'm that strict on those kinds of food. But we're underestimating possibilities that we have in our lives, because, dude, it's not GTA 5 or 6 or even 7. You have tons of things that you can do in life, but you're not doing it. You can, let's go out and go for a walk, but you're not doing it because you don't even consider going for a walk and just relaxing your muscles and just even a little bit thinking about life, like having some philosophy. Why? Because we don't even know if that exists or not. We don't even consider that. We're just so lost on our phones, and we just look at that as nearly only thing that you can do when you have free time, which is not the case actually. And that's why you should just like I'm not saying that you should be a lone wolf and just go alone forever, because you actually can, but it's not preferably good actually, because we are social creatures. It also doesn't mean that you should be friends with everyone you see on the street or in the school. And I think it's okay if you don't have friends in the school, because like even one or two friends like nearly sufficient. Actually, it's probably sufficient, because we're thinking that like we should be friends with everyone, but actually that's probably the opposite, because the more friends you have, the more limited you are. Actually, that's kind of a different topic, but the thing that I'm trying to say is this is your life. Like, this is your life, and you're not living your life. Your life is much more than you think, and just consider the possibilities that you can have. For example, go to the gym, read books, learn a new language, try to even write some books, try to find some new side hustle, get a new hobby, and all of those things. There are things that we can do, but we choose not to do with them. I don't know why, but it's probably not that we don't have interest in them. It's probably because we just want to scroll, and that's it. And that's probably the worst way to live, because you're not doing it and doing something that is actually good for you or nor the world. So if you like the video, you can watch another video here. Goodbye.